India scored by the number 21, Hassi, assisted by the number 55, Kalon Yash, time 05:41. 2-minute penalty for England for the player number 19, Rob Duffy. For slashing. Time 09:13.
minutes of play. India lead it by a score of 4-1. They control most of the action through that first period. Great Britain got their goal on a power play. Had a couple of chances on a second power play, but only the one goal, and India full credit, full value for their 4-1 lead. They'll dump it in and go chase. This has been their forte, their strength in along the boards. They'll put it in there and then go get it and simply out-muscle a lot of times Great Britain players and come up with the ball and say forecheck ferociously. And here's a turnover, just as we talk about it. Came out in front, shot by Tony Bra. Bra in front, backhand. That went over the top of the net as it looked like he had the goaltender beaten. Here it is again, this forecheck. Great Britain had control of the ball in their own end, but India just relentless coming after them. And again, they'll hold it in. Bra again couldn't find it to pull the trigger. Gets it down in low. Back to Bra. Shot from up top. Save made again by Ali Cree. India again come up with it and bring it down low. Then back to the point. There's the shot on net. Cree got a piece of it. Looked around. Wasn't sure where it was. Rebound over to the far side. Taken by Bassi. Kayla. Bassi. Bassi slips it in front. Tries to get it himself. Ball rolls just wide of the far post. And India picking up where they left off. All pressure out in front. There's a chance. Ball bouncing around. Goes up. Thought it hit the ceiling. No, it stayed in play. India right back again. All alone in front. Shoots. A lot of room on that glove side and just missed Marcel Mallet. And he'll try it again. Mallet. This time we'll go to the backhand, work it in front. Net has come off as there was a lot of traffic in front, but boy, this has been unbelievable pressure by India here to start this second period. Talked about how they like to dump it in, go in, chase, forecheck the life out of the other team. They did just that and spent the first 2 minutes of this second period peppering goaltender Ali Cree with shots. Some on net, some that just missed, but a lot directed towards the goalkeeper. Here's another one. That went wide. Cat checks his stick after that shot went wide. Wraparound chance, they score! Simran Bhatti. And you had to believe that that was coming sooner than later with all those chances. 5-1 now, and India threatening to run away with this one. A lot of time left. We're still early in the second period. Just 2:10 gone and 5-1. India has run it up. Dumped in. Here they go again. In there first as Matai tried to get it down to Bassi. Up around the boards. Watson is there. Can't get it out though. They force you back all the time. Vorobsky out to the blue line, and the ball bounced up. That time it did hit the ceiling. We get a face off in the neutral floor area. Every time Great Britain defense think they've got a moment or two to have a look around and try and move the ball out, somebody from India is right on top of them, taking away time and space. Here they'll intercept it at the blue line and bring it right back in again. Take it down in low. Sonny Bra to Sean Kelcat. Cleared but not out. They'll keep it in. Sandhu was calling for it. They tried to get it in front instead. This is Callan now. Sandhu's got it back down to Callan. Calhoun down low. Sandhu will take it down into the corner, play it in behind the net. Again, they'll work it down low along the boards, cycle it back down. That one hit the referee. A little break there for Great Britain. But look quickly on the boards. Loose ball. Who's on it first? India, winning every battle right now. Again, they'll just put it right back in, and in their first. Cahal, and a penalty coming up. Maybe. Shot right on net. Cree makes the save. As Cahal was able to dance out in front, got away a good shot. The delayed penalty will now be called. Going off for Great Britain, number 22, Ryan Davis. And things going from bad to worse right now for Great Britain. Boarding will be the call, so we're almost 4 minutes in. It's looked like a 4-minute power play for India already here in the second period. Now they have a man advantage. And by Bra, they win the face-off, clear it back, and it gets out over center, so they'll have to regroup. Played in, and Cree comes out late to get to it. It was tipped in, and it hit him, and he got a break there as he was beaten to the ball. Made the save and hung on to it. Good burst of speed from Tony Bra. Took the pass at the blue line and got in there. Krieg came out to try and poke check it away, and Bra got a stick on it first. He win the face-off. Hard shot, saved by Cree. Harp Calcat at the blue line. Calcat now top of the circle. Calcat in front. Oh, cheeky little play there by number 19. Umpire Brown, a little pass between the feet. Almost made it work. He's got it again in the slot. Passes back. Shot goes wide. Tulip. Johnny Tulip. Just around the boards, but not out. Controlled again by India. Throwing it around at will. Tony, this is 67. Harp Calcat in front. Tip wide. Comes right back to Calcat. Going to have a look around again. No pressure on him. He's got all kinds of time to look. Finds his man out in front. Big slap shot. Saved by Cree. Actually, it may have gone off the goal post. Just having their way with Great Britain. Kayla. Now he'll let it go. No, he likes to pass it. Thought he might that time. They throw it in front. Turned down what looked like a pretty good chance. Calcat. Pass a little bit too hard for Bra. Kayla waiting back at the blue line. He's poised. Pass goes a little bit between the two defensemen and all the way down the floor. Harp Calcat back to get it. Just 6 seconds left to go in the power play. India going to change up all their players. Not too worried about the power play right now. Pass on the blue line. It's a beauty. Breaking in. Shot. Body got in behind the defense on a great pass. Saved by Cree. Body gets to the rebound. Gets it down low for Bossy. Bossy circling the net. Back at the blue line. Delayed penalty again coming up. India gets the extra attacker on. Body. Cross floor. Top of the circle. Shot scores! Umpire Bra with a blast from just outside the circle. Got a lot on it. Not a power play goal, but it came on the delayed penalty. India had 6 runners out there. Six-1 now in favor of India. The Tiger mightier than the Lion so far in this one. Cleared down the floor. That'll be flooring against Great Britain. We'll come back down to our left. Left goaltender Ali Cree, who's still in goal for Great Britain. Morrison on the right side. Morrison drops it back for Demick. His shot tipped in front. Save was made by Deep Tour. Name we haven't had to call very much in this game. Morrison trying to work in off the boards. It's going to be a penalty coming up to India. Threw it across. India got a stick on it, cleared it away, touched up, whistle goes, and England will, or Great Britain will go on the power play. Sidhu will go for India. 2 for roughing. It's against Morrison, was trying to work his way out in front, and Sidhu threw his body into essentially a body check. So he picks up 2 for roughing. Now we get the goaltending change. Surprised it hadn't happened earlier. Maybe just had to wait for the backup goaltender, Rich Bennett, to get ready. So Bennett takes over for Cree. Great Britain on the power play. India bring it out. Basi down into the corner for Sandhu. Sandhu knocks his man down. Sandhu looking for it. Referee out in the center floor area is going to make the call. It's going to be a penalty. Again, roughing. And everybody's looking around. It's going to be against Great Britain. Nope, check that, against Great Britain. Everybody was confused for a moment. Carol Graham goes off for Great Britain. So we're 4-on-4 right now for 1 minute and 33 seconds. .7:35 gone in the second period. Play will come back down to her left, to the left of goaltender Rich Bennett, who's in having replaced Ali Cree. 4-on-4. India lead it 6-1. They'll set up 4-on-4. I'm surprised they treat this like a power play. Kick Braw, working behind the net. Cole all over him. Braw tried to get it out in front, blocked out in front by Scott Wright. On it quickly again is Braw. Tony Braw trying to get himself in front. Shot from a sharp angle, cleared away by Bennett. Big collision along the boards. Ademic for Great Britain. Just gets rid of it. Somehow that did not touch anything as it went high into the rafters. Tony Braw. Newman across for Calcat. He got the scoring started. His shot was deflected. That's knocked down by a high stick. Touched up by Great Britain, so the face-off will stay deep in their end. Again, over in the Bosard Arena happening right now. Czech Republic playing Greece. Colleague Stephen Power, the call of that game. That went off a stick and up high. As Malay jumped on it quickly right off the face-off. Chima winning the face-off. India control. Mishandled. At a center floor area. Taken back, though, by Kayla. Kayla passed a little bit too hard for Chima. That'll be flooring against India. Face-off will come down to our right this time. 8:40 gone. Second period, 6-1. India lead it. Still playing 4-on-4 for another 28 seconds, and it will be a brief power play for India. 20 seconds is the differential in the two penalties. Back at the blue line. Shot comes in from Davis, wide of the net. Borubski down low, chance in close for Moore. And Tor got a piece of it. Moore was trying to go far side. Tor just got a part of the arm on it, enough to redirect it wide of the net. So now here is that brief power play for India. They'll knife it in and go chase. In on it first. There's Sidhu. Sidhu's got it now over in the far side. Sandhu's in the high slot. He'll go down low. They'll change places as they work that cycle play. Graham is now out of the penalty box for Great Britain. We're back to even strength. Callan faked the pass back and keeps it himself. Now he'll work off the half board. To Malay. Malay can handle the puck. Yeah, it's three. Handle the ball. Malay. Reach my limit. We're only halfway through the game. India just having their way right now, as they have through most of this game. Back to Sandhu. Folks, this is not a power play. This is even strength, 5-on-5. Callan working along the boards. Good battle over there, but strength of Callan. Fights off the checker. Gets the ball back to a teammate. And they go back on the attack. In front, just hopped over the stick of Malay. He might have had a chance. Here's the wraparound try out in front. Graham's had enough of that. He'll just clear it down the floor, relieve the pressure. Flooring as the call will come back down, do the face-off to the right of Rich Bennett. Well, what a sequence that time for India. And we've seen a few like that in this game where they just pass it around at will. And when the players from Great Britain try and engage physically, right now they're just being outmatched. This is a big India team. That pass back gets all the way back into the India zone. Arjan Guman goes back to get it. Turn it over at the blue line, but can't move on it. Sonny Brar up at the blue line. Pass off the boards by Calcat. Down in low. And India will go back to work again. Calcat. Calcat circling the net. Threw it in front, looking for the tip from Sonny Bra. He just missed. And Great Britain will clear it down. And again, just trying to relieve the pressure. Flooring once again is the call. Now, things aren't going bad enough for Great Britain. They've only got 4 players out on the floor. They need to get a 5th out there. That was the holdup. Ball bounced and Great Britain will bring it out. Tom Cole, far side. Taken away by India. Up ahead at center. At the blue line, that was intercepted and brought right back in again. They're onside. Tony Bra. Back at center. Cleared back in. Down in behind the net. Bra working his way out. Out in front into the slot. They can just do what they want right now. Shot on net. Save by Bennett. Got that pass in the slot and had lots of time to look around, turn around, decide what he was going to do. Fake shot. Now he'll bring it in all alone. Everybody backing up, and that allows Tony Braun to step in and get his shot away. The Great Britain defense all collapsing in front of their goaltender. No challenge at all to the ball carrier. And they'll get it out. Shot, save. Bennett's got that. He does the windmill, hangs on, flicks it away. Can of corn, piece of cake. Oh boy, India looking really good in this game. India again to the side of the net, poked away by Bennett. It's behind the net. India on it first along the boards. They'll work it out. Back down low. And they start cycling the ball. Tough to deal with. Chima down low. Chima's got it again in the corner. Graham's watching him. Chima trying to work off the boards. Graham was all over him. Ball is kept in. Korubsky has it. He turned it over. Chima for India. He said, just when you think you've got time and space, as Korubsky did there, somebody comes in and takes the ball away from you. Moore off the boards, down into the India end of the floor. Hasn't been down there very much. Moved out quickly by Kalan. Up ahead. In they come. Drop it back. Shot by Bassi. One off a stick into the corner. Bassi off the boards, back Sandhu. Sandhu in over the blue line, drops it off, top of the circle. Allowed to walk in again. Finally somebody comes out and challenges. That was Moore. In front, and Great Britain get it out. Stretch pass, long pass up ahead from Morrison. Morrison up at the blue line, went off Moore's foot, but he's got it again. Moore turns, shot. Wide of the net. Over there looking for the rebound was Ellard. Moore has been one of the bright spots for Great Britain in this game. He's had a couple of good scoring chances. This period has gone by quite quickly. Not nearly as many whistles as a game of ball possession by India has eaten up the clock. Under a minute to go. Matai down in the corner. Lost the battle momentarily. Morrison's got it up at the blue line. Morrison. 12 seconds to go in the period. Morrison turned it over at center. Brought back in by India. Sliding play to clear it out into the neutral area. Bodi's got it. Body. Dumps it in. Buzzer goes. 2 periods done. A couple more goals for India in that period, but they control the play beautifully through most of that period. As I said, that's one of the reasons that period went by very quickly. All right, welcome back again to the Ice Arena in Zug, Switzerland. Period number 3 upcoming between Great Britain and India. It's been all India up to now, 6-1. They lead it. It's a game in the B pool. 25 teams. 10 teams in the men's A pool, 8 in the B pool, and then 7 playing in the women's competition. Cleared in. Flooring will be the call against India. Back down to our left. Big game coming up tonight over at the Bosard Arena. It's the only game that'll be taking place at that time, so all eyes will be on that one. The defending champions, Slovakia, to take on the United States. We will have that one for you live. Here on our live streaming. India, good burst of speed by number 67, Harp Calcat, and as he did in the first period, he comes down the left side and beats the goaltender, makes it 7-1. The big man, he moves very quickly. That's his second of the game. 21 seconds in, India add to their total. A completely solo effort. Calcat took the ball back around his own blue line and just raced up the floor, got by everybody. They'll control it off face-off and clear it in again. In there first, it's the captain, Raw. Brought out by Great Britain. Eller, good pass over in the far side, finds Morrison. Looked to get it into Farrington and broken up by Sandhu. Sandhu behind the net to Callon. Callon slowly up the floor. Now he'll back up as Ellard is in to do a little bit of forechecking. He'll turn it over at center. Shot him wide of the net, batted away by Tor, a little unconventionally. Turn the goal stick around. India, long pass up ahead. Brought in by Tony Brar. Great Britain come out. Ellard chips, and now he'll chase. Ellard for Morrison. Morrison's got it. Morrison back at the blue line. Moore faked the shot. Plays it back. Davis, long shot. Tipped in front, just went wide. Referee at center is going to call charging. It's going to go against India. Tony Bra. Great Britain back on the power play. Had a chance a moment ago. Shot from well outside the blue line, was tipped in front, just missed the far post. Moore in to take the face-off. Following up on it is Cole. Graham out to Poborski. That was blocked up high in a sliding block by Tinu Bassi. That stung a little bit. He's limping, but threw himself in front of it. Deflected it up high out of play. That went up into the ceiling here at the ice arena, that clearing attempt. So the face-off will stay in India's end of the ice. Minute 45 left to go in the power play. Quick shot. Didn't get through as Graham let it go. Cole mishandled it. Ran back to get it for Great Britain. Up at the blue line. Brought in. Bull has got it. Bull, he'll shoot it from well out, looking for that deflection. Cole got to it. Tipped it over the top of the net. Bull was looking for Cole all the way on that one, and it just failed to work. Ball rolled down the floor, taken by Bennett. He'll leave it there for Poborski. Vladimir Poborski. Up at the blue line. They'll gain the blue line. Brought in by Cole. His shot goes into the corner. Moore hustles over there. Moore along the boards. He'll set up along the half wall. Back at the point for Graham. Graham. Poborski. His shot again blocked, this time by Chima. He came sliding out. Great job by India. 3 block shots on this power play. Not much getting through the deep tour. Ball bouncing around in front of the goaltender. Tor fell over awkwardly. Whistle goes, pile up in the net. 3 or 4 players hit the floor. Callan controlling it for India. Does great work along the boards. Ellard. Got it to Morrison. Morrison couldn't get it out in front. Back at the blue line. It'll be backhanded in by Wright. That hit the side of the net. Thrown out in front. India come up with it. They don't get it out though. Now we're going to get a penalty. They were looking for one on the first play, didn't get it. And we're going to get a cross check. Farrington was hit first. Referee waved for the player to get up. And then right after that, there was a second collision. And the penalty goes to India. Simran Bhatti. Now it is a 2-man advantage for Great Britain, but only 2 seconds left to go in the initial penalty to Tony Bra. So it's going to be tough to take advantage of this 2-man advantage with only 2 seconds in it. But they will stay on the power play though. Morrison to take the face-off. Now we've got a discussion. 2 referees are pointing up at the time clock and at the time left in the penalties. Not sure what the discussion is. Ready for something to be changed. I'm wondering if it maybe a 4 minutes should go up to Simran Bhatti. Well, I saw the referee hold up 4 fingers. They're still discussing what's going on, but no, only 2. And they drop the, again, the referee's got 4 fingers held up. Now they've taken the 2 minutes down, and it does go up as 4. Hey, chalk one up for me. I got one right. Took the 2 officials a while to decide what the problem was. A lot of pointing at the clock. All right, so it's going to be a 4-minute penalty to Simran Bhatti. Again, right off the face-off, they get a shot, hit the side of the net, so they do take advantage of that very, very brief 2-man advantage. Now it's a 1-man advantage. Almost scored. So we're taking a while for Bra to get out of the penalty box and back into the play. Now another penalty. Charge. This player's been crashing into the net. And this third period may take a little, and it's going to go to India again. So a legitimate 5-on-3 opportunity now for Great Britain. They'll have the full 2 minutes of 5-on-3, barring other penalties or goals, of course. Throw in that caveat. India control it off the face-off, get it out over the red line. So Great Britain are going to have to control it again. Get it in over the blue line. They do. In front, player knocked down in front. Referee says play on. Backhanded, but not out. Kept in by Ademic. Far side Morrison. Morrison's in the circle. Back of the blue line. Ademic. Big slap shot. That got through, went wide. Rebound. Taken quickly by Guman. It's 5-on-3, and Nobody in on Gooman. He was able to get it to his teammate, who cleared it down the floor. Minute 8 left to go in this 5-on-3 for Great Britain. They trail it 7-1. Slow setting up here. They'll just dump it in. Tor out to play it. Tor himself will clear it the length of the floor. Bouncing right down onto Bennett. Bennett leaves it in the corner for his defenseman, Vladimir Porubsky. Get it in over the blue line, then can play it back to Porubsky. Porubsky looking around on the far side. It's Cole, back to Porubsky. Cole, Porubsky hopped on him a little bit, so he's got to regain control. He'll shoot it in. That was deflected out front by Bassey. Went over the top of the net. Back to Porubsky. Cole, Porubsky. Graham with a hard shot again, blocked. That had to sting. Cahill blocked that, and again, India blocking shots. Even with the 5-on-3, they can't get anything through to the net. And that does it. Now it's 5-on-4. Porubsky. Moore. Or Cole, rather. Back to Porubsky. Over for Cole. Moore's in the slot. You try and feed it to him. Hit him in the feet. Right back to Cole. Porubsky. Again to Cole. Nothing at the net. Now there's one, a shot and a save made by Deep Tor. Finally, Great Britain, with all that possession, the man advantage, finally get a shot on net. And Tor comes up with a good save. Less than a minute to go now in the 5-on-4 power play for Great Britain. Ellard over on the far side. Plays it back to Morrison. Here's Porubsky again. Pass to Morrison. Porubsky. He'll shoot it. That doesn't get through. It may have hit Moore in front of his teammate. Graham in the corner. That eye was on him. We'll get it back to Morrison. Back to Porubsky. His shot. That one gets through but goes wide. Moore knocks it down. Moore can't get a shot away. Takes it into the corner. Stephen Moore. Back to Graham. Graham will shoot it. Again blocked in front. Didn't get through to the goalkeeper. And cleared out over center. That'll do it. With just 8 seconds left to go in the power play. Britain to the blue line, but no further. That'll be offside if they touch it. Delayed offside. They've got to clear. India brings it out. Here's Bhatti on the right side. Simran Bhatti getting around Farrington. Takes it in around behind the net. Over into the far corner. On him quickly was Wright. Back here at the blue line, out into the neutral zone, and big collision there. Play continues on. Here's Farrington. Farrington, top of the circle, looks around. Didn't get much on that. Really just kind of knuckleballed over the top of the net. Pass right up the middle for Bassi. Stopped. A good defensive play as Mira Ademic got back. Here's Ademic in the corner. Up at the blue line, finds Tom Watson. Watson drops it back to Cole. Up at the blue line, Bull. They'll gain the blue line. Shot comes in right on net. Tor got a piece of it enough to deflect it wide. Had a quick look around, but went well wide of the net after he got a piece of it. Now right up the middle. A nice little give and go, but Massey couldn't quite control it. The ball went into the corner, and here's Cole with Watson. Goes into the corner. He'll go in there with Sandhu. Sandhu gets there first, leaves it on the boards for Griel. Mallet. Back to Sandhu. His shot right on net. Bennett made the save. Didn't control the rebound. Cleared away at the last second into the corner. Bump down in along the boards. Sonny Bra keeps going. Bra Back to Sandhu. In along the boards, comes back to Sandhu. Elects not to shoot it. Threw it in front. It was deflected just wide. A nice little setup. Ball in behind the net. On it first. Marcel Mallet. Mallet working in the corner. Mallet back at the point. Sandhu, big slap shot. That was deflected and goes out of play. Under 5 minutes now left here in the third period. 4:59 remaining. It is 7-1 for India. Again, a reminder, you might want to check back in at 7 o'clock local time here for the big game between Slovakia and the USA over in the Bussard Arena. Shot from the left side is stopped by Bennett. Around the boards. Pinching in there is Guman. Porobsky in the corner. They're all over him. He'll try and get it to Dan Flavel. He'll finally get it out, but only into center. Brought right back in again by India. They'll go for a change. Flavel behind the net to David Hurst. Some players now for Great Britain that haven't seen much of the floor this afternoon getting a chance. 86 Adam Haig is out there as well. Coming in off the boards from his knees, actually from his side as he slid down trying to get a shot away with Sean Calcat. Ball bounces over the top of the net. More pressure here. Calcat back at the point. This is Kick Bra. 4 Bras playing in this game. They'll just play it right back in again. Bossy working hard in the corner. Players battling down there. Hurst came up with it, but can't get it out as India come up with it again. Simran Bhatti. Farrington takes a wild swing at it. Kept in. Bhatti's got it down in the corner again. Up along the boards for Mutai. Mutai stepping in off the half wall. Back at the point. Callan. Callan got it over to Kickbrow. Played it in along the half wall. Shot comes from there. Slap pass, actually. Mutai. Looks like a power play out there now, but it is not. Mutai into the slot. Cleared, but again, not out. Flavel off the boards. Still not out. Finally, Great Britain get it out, but only as far as the blue line. And Callan will take it back behind his own net. Long pass up at the blue line. Sliding to try and get to it was Dumpe Bra. Couldn't get a stick on it. Flooring is the call. We'll come back down to our left. 2:11 remaining. Time ticking down in this one. It has been all India from the start. Two minutes to go. And he'll bring it out. And just play it back behind their own net. Take their time. This is Sandhu. Content to just kill time right now. Now they'll move it up. They have to keep playing regardless of the score. Down in low. Trying to work it out in front. Ball bounces around, goes behind the net. That was Pavan Basi. We haven't seen much for India. Number 71 out there. A good play to get it in front. Finally cleared out by Great Britain and Sandhu. Over to Parasidu. Back to Sandhu. Off the boards, up ahead. Finds Tony Bra. He's checked right away. Ball is cleared back down to the India blue line. 1 minute left. There's a chance right in front. Backhand save made by Bennett. Good burst of speed. In front, down low. They'll try and jam it in. Lots of time. Gets his shot away. Bennett with a big save. Rebound. That didn't get to the net. Action furious in front of the British goaltender. Kept it out. Pavan Basu made that last good rush for India. 22 seconds left now. India, again, as we say, just content to kind of kill the clock right now. Dump it out into center. McMillan touches it. Winds up, but the buzzer goes. And this one ends 7-1 in favor of India. The Tigers beat the Lions in this one. So that'll finish up action here at the Ice Arena this afternoon. Just 2 games scheduled for this surface today. We'll head back over to the Bosard Arena. Game 7 o'clock this evening. Local time, USA versus Slovakia. The defending champion Slovakians. And that'll be the only game this evening. So as I said, all eyes will be on that one. Then we're back tomorrow morning. A couple of games happening at the Bosard Arena early in the morning. 9 o'clock, India versus France, followed at 11:30, USA versus Pakistan. And at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we've got Great Britain. We'll take on the Cayman Islands. Cayman Islands won their first game today. 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, Switzerland versus Canada. A-pool men's matchup. And people interested to see that one for sure. 3:30 here in the Ice Arena, Hong Kong versus Italy. Bosard Arena at 4:30, Greece, Bermuda. That's a A-pool matchup. Then we'll finish off the night. The game at game 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. Won't finish it off. Haiti and Armenia here. Portugal, Finland will finish it off at the Bosard Arena at 7 o'clock. Again, the schedule is all available there on the website. All the games tomorrow will be covered live with our live streaming coverage. Ellard picks up player of the game for Great Britain, Scott Ellard. And for India, it is number 76, Arjun Guman. All right, that'll wrap it up from the Ice Arena. We're going to head over to the Bosard. We'll see you again 7 o'clock this evening. Myself and Steve Power with the game between USA and Slovakia. You're watching the 2015 International Streetball Hockey World Championships from Zug, Switzerland.